main role these days is working with growth farms. I guess the majority of our farms tend to be in medium to high rainfall areas. So what do we look for when we go looking for a farm for a client? We look at some of the key issues of getting the scale right. So we want to have a viable economic unit. And that's sort of maybe 20,000 DSCs of sheep, maybe 2,000 to 3,000, 4,000 hectares of crop. Most of our investors are around for the long term, so they want to know what the business is going to perform long term, but they want to know the upside and the downside. And all those decisions about where we put our working capital on a farm are really important.
We're based in the Temora area. It's generally a bit over that 500 mil average, and it's generally scattered over all the months of the year. We're running around that 4,800 hectares. We're cropping the majority of it. The efficiencies we see are better in that area, and the problem we find is time management.
Well, I guess we farm in the Lockhart district, generally on the western side of town. My land comprises of 3 blocks. The home block's called Valera, where we are today, and I've got another block, 1,200 acres on the Urana Plain, and another 600 acres back at the family traditional farm back towards Lockhart. At the moment we've shifted back to about a 50-50 in land use between livestock, which is only sheep, no cattle.
So about 8,000 acres, of which is about 6,000 arable. So it's 5,000 acres of crop, and there's about 5,000 head of sheep. Barham Edmonds is a fairly dry area. It's only got about 430 mil average. The soils range from red earths to grey cracking clays, and in the north are more the self-mulching type soils. So in the cropping program, my main grains are wheat and canola, and I have been just rotating those the infinitum, and I've actually got a very small pasture area where I've been grazing the stock on over the winter.
Okay, our farm is 4,100 acres northeast of Colcan in the southern Riverina. We are a 600mm rainfall zone, mostly red gravelly soils, a lot of granite ridges with granite boulders. So a quarter of the farm's non-arable because it's either hill country or creek country. Currently we crop 75% of our country in a continuous cropping rotation of growing canola, wheat, lupins and barley. We run a self-replacing shorthorn beef herd.
Victoria Geddes. My husband and I, Tony, farm about 1,900 hectares, 15 kilometres north of Holbrook, east of the Hume Highway. The farm, well, traditionally 700 mil rainfall. In the last 3 years it's been closer to 1,000 mils. Loamy soils. We do have trouble with aluminium acidity and aluminium at depth. I suppose classic mixed farming enterprise. We predominantly sheep, and that was a tactical decision that we made, but we crop and we trade cattle, and the mix is set up to minimise our seasonal and production risk. Currently we crop about 500 hectares, currently run about 14,000 sheep and trade anywhere between 0 to 1,000 cattle.